highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation, don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left on a run.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out. That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Mariota to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
This is taken at about the 14. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
In your face.
Off the draw. Here's Johnson. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still fourth down upcoming. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for the rookie A.J. Brown there, but it's going to be second down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Go, go, go.
Now Mariota. Buying time to his left. It's caught by Davis. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. On second down now, it's Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. Mariota. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Jack Crawford. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up fourth down. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Check, crunch, crunch, crunch. SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS. Hey, what?
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
He's set. Like an egg. Mike 54. Here we go, here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Complete. It's Johnson.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
At 59. Back and go full strength. Check 52. Bang, 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 bang. Check 3, check 3.
On second down, Johnson. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Cameron Wake makes plays like that look simple because I think he plays with excellent leverage. Really does a nice job of being lower than the offensive guys trying to block him, and gets underneath them and goes up and down the line of scrimmage to make those types of plays.
And kept him to a short run play there. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Set. 19. He's counting me. 24. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
On first down, it's Watson. And the catch made by Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Watson on play action. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 32-yard line. Watson and the offense going to come up first and 10. And he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his crew ball at the 35-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Switch.
Following the interception here, Mariota flushed out right. He's got Lewis. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mariota completes it to Davis. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. On 3rd down, Mariota. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
I know he ain't got it.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
3. Mike 55, Mike 55. Check pass. Smoke.
Mariota again. He gets it to Humphreys. Touchdown, Titans. Adam Humphreys, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson, open man is QT, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10. 5-yard line.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
On first down, Watson. Got an open man, it's QT. A gain of 6 there on first.
Yeah, baby, boom.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. Well, he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more coming.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
They run. This is Lewis. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
He may try and run for this.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Mariota now from the 50. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He's got Fuller. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. That's caught out wide by Stills. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Watson looks to throw again. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. This time they stay on the ground, and he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
That's it,
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Jam.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side, and that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Let's go.
They're on 17-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Going up top. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters, and this is what he's always had, and that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 27-yard line.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now it's his carry for Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. That's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
I got one.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Get out of here.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
Defense all day. All day. 23. Check 25.
From the gun, Mariota. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner.
It's a pick up of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 5-yard line.
On second down, it's Johnson looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
I'm going to hit you all.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Out of the gun, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Check. Lucky.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
Where's that? 19. 55. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. 55. 55.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 36-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Oh, you got deep?
Again, it's Henry. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. Complete. This is Lewis. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a first down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the first down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can't have anything that's even close to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you run the risk of what we just saw there, not getting the first down.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
At the 13-yard line.
Back now in Houston, it's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. Back now in Houston, it's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Here we go on 4th. Watson. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. And it's 3rd down.
Right there, 54 Mike. Danny.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Watson operating from the gun. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Watson, off play action. Out to his left. And now he's going to... Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Right there, 54 Mike. No chance. Hatchet.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 at the 19. To throw is Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Throwing again on second down. Watson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Adoree Jackson right there, step for step in coverage.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. Here's Johnson. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Jayon Brown leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Off of play action, it's Watson. Flushed out right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So first and second down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. From the gun, Watson. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have taken the lead.
That's a tough one, though, defensively, because look at the stops they got on 1st and 2nd down, and it's 1st and 2nd and goal. And then on 3rd down, they cover the receivers, but they leave an alley open for him to find, and he does. That is frustrating. You do almost everything right, and he still ends up in the end zone.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing again, Mariota on 2nd and 10. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
One.
Mariota to throw. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Watch the run.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away.
Dion Lewis. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. Touchdown, Titans. Dion Lewis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are going to extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead is now 14-10.
14, Texans 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. Watson. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Watson now to throw. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Check 26, check 26.
Now it's Watson. He'll buy some time right. Now a desperation throw deep down, and this is caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kenny Stills with time running out. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And a timeout is called. So now you're looking at probably just one final play from back in their own territory, and they're going to need a miracle. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last